Namaste, Divine Tribe. I'm Chi. Welcome to Divine Vibrations with Chi. Thank you so much for joining me this week on my channel. And I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I have certainly had a wonderful week. I can't complain. It has been tremendously fulfilling. So those of you, I don't know if you can see the thumbnail or not, but I usually before I start every of my videos, I start out with a meditation prior to get me into the energy flow that the universe wants me to express to you through my videos. And today I actually did a mudra, and a mudra is a hand gesture many people use during meditation. And based on the different types of hand gestures you do, it actually connects with certain, not only the 5 elements, which is air, earth, fire, water, let's see, earth, air, fire, water, and, oh, I'm forgetting one. Earth, air, fire, water, and space. And so you have these 5 elements, which we are all made up of. If we did not have those 5 elements, and yes, we are made up of all of them. Heat is a form of fire, water, earth, all of our structures. And yes, there are space in between our cells. If we did not have this space in between all of our cells and all of our organs, we would be like, yay, big. We'd be like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of. So we are made up of all of these amazing factors that we sometimes, we usually take for granted and don't even realize that we are. But mudras, and I don't know if you can see behind me, but the yoga tapestry I have in the back, one general mudra that most people commonly know of is either this one or this one. And the one I was doing today was this one, and it's called the Shukri Mudra, and it's for inviting your purest self and to evoke your purest form to come forward and to fill your life. And that is what I wish for you, as well as for myself, is that we can be our purest selves, right? Our truest selves. And I think that when we are our truest selves, I think that we're at peace and we find the peace that we are all looking for in our lives. And it's when we're not our truest selves that we kind of are off kilter, right? And we're trying to be somebody we're truly not. And I feel like the hardest thing for most people is to be them true selves, right? Because we're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of other people looking upon us going, that person's weird. Well, to tell you the truth, I love weird. I love it. I love it when people are themselves. I love it when they're different. I don't like cookie cutter people. I think that's fake. When you can be yourself, when you can be your true identity and who you are from the inside out, I think that that's more virtuous and more fulfilling. And I enjoy, and I feel like I can tell when somebody is being their true selves or they're being fake. Yeah. So I hope today that you are working towards your virtuous true self. And thank you so much for joining me as I am being my true self. So I am so super excited for those of you who are joining me on this video today, as well as check out my videos and my channel. Please like, subscribe. Please let YouTube know that we have some amazing, awesome content here that is uplifting, positive, and awesome. And with that, let me just go into my journey that I've been on. So those of you who have checked out my videos before know I've been doing the My Soul Challenge by Dr. Renee Purdy. And it's basically like an oracle card thing where you can do different challenges, right? And it's hooked up to your phone. You can get an actual app. And on the app, you can check off different challenges. And I believe, I want to say like this is like week either, I think 21 or something. Let's see, 20, week 22. Woohoo! Woo, woo. I love it. So week 22, and last week's challenge was offer to do something nice, right? So let's be honest about growing oneself, right? And being one's best self. People think that you've got to do these huge leaps and bounds and be this awesome person. And to be this awesome person, you got to do these tremendous acts of kindness, and you got to be this way or that way. No, no, nope, 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 nope. Again, that speaks to being fake and what other people want. The thing that is important is that you are your true self and that you are doing normal things, everyday normal things. You are already an awesome being. Just look at it this way. There's not one freaking single person, not even your twin, if you are a twin, that is like you. There is nobody else like you out here in this world. There's only one you, down to your genetic makeup, your DNA, who you are. Isn't that in itself like tremendously awesome and unique and purposeful and I think vibrant? I mean, it is. There isn't another person out there in this world like me, not even in my own family. And there isn't, not my children. My children are not like me. They're awesome individuals just being themselves. And I think what people forget is that we are awesome being just ourselves, being ourselves, improving ourselves each and every day. When I wake up in the morning, I don't look to be somebody else. I look to be the best version of myself. And I don't get that way by comparing myself to anybody, by looking what other people do and then say, wow, I didn't do that today. I'm not awesome because I didn't write a 500-page book today or whatever. No, that's that person's journey. You're on your journey, and the uniqueness and purity of your own life and the thing that speaks to us is us finding that which makes us whole, that which makes us more mindful, more caring, compassionate, kind, happy, right? Happiness is not necessarily having millions of dollars. We all know people in the world today that has millions of dollars. Do you think they're happy? Nope. They're too busy trying to figure out how to keep their millions of dollars. And now they're in a cycle of lack in so many other ways. Happiness comes from being happy with where you are at your place in life right now. Now, that might not be perfect in someone else's eyes, but if you can look at how that is perfect for you right now, you can find that space of, I think, suspended happiness, like joy, true joy of being you in this moment, reaching for what the best version of you in this moment, right? So that's what I reach for each and every day. And that's what I hope for everyone else. I wake up every day thinking, wouldn't it be nice if everybody was just focusing on themselves? You guys remember growing up on the playground, kids would be like, mind your own beeswax. It's like that. I think life is exactly like that. If everybody's minding their own beeswax, We're all making honey, honey. And it's awesome and it's sweet. So I've been doing the My Soul Challenge, and last week was try to do something nice or offer to do something nice for somebody every day. And I tried to do that. Of course, it's super challenging in COVID, but you can send your friend a message. You can offer to help out. Ooh, one went flying out. That's the one we're going to pick up. So I tried to do that and it was awesome. And some days were better than others. Someone said, yeah, I could use that, or yes, I would like you to do this, or da 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 da, or I need help with that, or whatever. Or, it's as simple as telling your kids, you want me to help you with that? Being helpful, and I think being accessible in small ways actually is a bigger sense of meaningful life, right? Being present. So often we get caught up in our busy world. We're watching shows, we're on our phone, on apps, on games. We're so busy watching, sports events or doing whatever and being stimulated by other things, whether it's work or whatever. And like our kids are on computers for school. We forget that true honor is presence. It's being present for somebody. It's being available. It's listening mindfully. It's being able to know and understand the people around you when they might need you there for them. And, this week was a little difficult for me. My dad, I think I've mentioned this in past videos, my dad had a stroke. And he went from being this super vibrant human being that had the memory of an elephant, right? Like could remember anything, who he was an engineer by trade, and he was very meticulous and precise, and he believed in perfectionism. Trust me, as a child, it was a challenge to have a parent that like expected precision, but he was like that. And it's really been super hard for me the last few months to realize that my dad is not the same person that he used to be. He can barely remember that he's even talking to me. And it's being in that moment and giving him grace. To let him know that, I'm here for you, because it's super hard for somebody who's had a stroke, who in some ways remembers parts of their lives, but in other ways does not remember. And he'll make super funny comments, like he'll make a comment. He's like, so my daughters, and he's complaining about my sisters and I for whatever reason. And he doesn't realize that he's actually talking to one of his daughters, but he's complaining to me about me. And he'll say, oh, well, my daughters don't tell me anything. And everybody just keeps me in the dark. And I'm laughing because I have to laugh to be able to get through that and realize that even though it's my dad's body that's talking, and to some degree, part of his memory is reflecting on something, and even though he's showing displeasure in the moment, he's not meaning anything by it. And it really takes me back to times when I was a kid and he wasn't very nice. My dad believed in corporal punishment. He was super strict, and he was not very nice. Let's just say he had no problem reaching for the rod to to teach a lesson. And yet, through all of that, I think my sisters and I still realize that even though he didn't always understand and reach for presence and understanding, here I am, at the point in my life where it does no good for me to be angry at him when I'm watching and listening and interacting with him, and he is like a 5-year-old child. And it actually took me to a point of forgiveness. I guess it's kind of difficult to explain, but there's no point holding a grudge, right? When somebody is struggling through life, there's no point kicking them down. And there's no point getting mad at him, even though he doesn't realize that he's talking about how mad he is to me about me. And he doesn't even know what he's saying. So if you're ever confronted with the moment where you can choose anger or forgiveness, and I haven't always been good about this, and lately in this journey that I'm on about really looking inward and understanding myself better, I'm learning that it's just better to let go. And it's much freer to let go than it is to hold on to all of that hate and anger and displeasure. And you find the funny nuggets in that moment. It's crazy. Anyway, so let's scan this card. So this week, my soul challenge card was, it's from an unknown author. The quote says, "Sometimes you just need to disconnect so you can connect with what matters most." Oh, if that doesn't tie into what I just said, I don't know what does. I swear the universe knows exactly what to say to us, right? So if you can see right down here, this little like barcode, I'm going to scan it into the app, and let's go ahead and see what our challenges are amongst all the other challenges in life. But these are fun ones. Let's see. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to laugh. It says, unplug and minimize the use of electronic devices. Da, da, da. Oh, it says about this challenge, technology and electronic devices bring us great benefit, but when used excessively, they hinder our health and well being. Decreasing the use of electronic devices improves sleep, reduces stress hormone production, increases productivity, and improves connection with others. Unplug from technology and turn off your electronic devices at least 2 hours before bed and limit your use during the day. Remember what I said? It's time to unplug and be more present in your own life and in others' lives. And I love that we have cell phones, but they are truly a tool in my life. Like, I don't really give a crap about my phone. I really, really don't. In fact, there are many times in my day I will just set my phone down and go do something. And I don't know what it is, but the universe always seems to be my like true telephone, because I'll get that feeling that I should go check my phone and that there's an important message waiting for me or something that I need to do. And I think most times when we unplug, you'll notice that you won't miss out on shit. I promise you. I promise to the utmost promise that you aren't going to miss anything. You aren't. Um, I stopped watching TV. There isn't anything interesting on TV. Maybe a few documentaries here and there. But I unplugged from, besides my YouTube channel, I unplugged from Facebook and Twitter and a lot of different things, because it just got to be where it was like unwanted, so many unwanted things. And I felt like I was just not here, right? And it felt alien to me. And I think that's the problem with our world, right? So many of us are afraid to be present in our own lives. It's scary. It's scary to face the shadows of ourselves. It's scary to look in the mirror and go, oh, it's you. And what am I going to do with you? You know, we're all searching for what makes us happy. And I truly believe that the journey to happiness is dealing with the person in front of you. So unplugging is a great way to do that. It says keep electronic devices out of the bedroom. Now that could be a challenge for a lot of people. That is a challenge for me. And the reason being is because I listen to empowerment type of music or soothing music when I go to bed. So I actually have a track that I play on my phone. But what I do is I turn off everything else, right? I turn off the background apps. I put my phone face down so that the light does not interact with me as I'm sleeping. I could take my device out because I actually have a like a JBL speaker, and I could always, broadcast it from the living room into my bedroom. But I've actually worked super hard not, and because I am very detached from my phone, I don't even like think about it twice. Like, I use my phone every night to do my meditation. I do the Isha Kriya by Sadhguru, and I do, and that's like, it's about 15 minutes with that Kriya. And then I do a Vipassana, a 30-minute Vipassana meditation. And then I usually will go to bed. And then I will put on my soundtrack, and night night, I'm outie. And I love that. And it doesn't really disturb me. And to be honest with you, it hasn't really it's been a positive for me, and so not a negative. So keeping it out of the bedroom, I might do that in a different way, but it doesn't really bother me. But some people, it could. You might be tempted to pick up that phone when it goes ding. I don't really care. I have this rule where the phone can ding all at once. It could tell me that there's a message. It could say that someone is calling. If I don't get that feeling that something's important is waiting for me, I won't go. I just won't go pick it up. I don't even care if it's sitting right next to me. I won't pick it up. Now, if it's something important, I will pick it up. Or if I get that inkling that I should speak to that person, then I will pick it up. In fact, in one of my videos, I think last week's video, last week or the week before, my mom called in the middle of the video. Was it my mom? Yeah, it was my mom. And I had to pick up because it's my mom. And I needed to talk to her, and I didn't care whether I was on a video or not. I'm just going to be my real self. Avoid electronic devices first thing in the morning. Super, super important. So many of us love to go check our emails or get on YouTube or check that stream, or maybe you want to check your stocks. Maybe you want to look at the news. So I do use my device first thing in the morning, and it's for a 10-minute gratitude practice. It is the only thing I use my phone for first thing in the morning. Before I even get out of bed, when I wake up, and I don't always do this, but there is a on Insight timer, which is an app I have. I will listen to a 10-minute gratitude practice, which is super awesome. But I just happened to fall in love with this one particular gratitude practice, and the ambient music with it that helps me just kind of ramp up and get up in the morning. And it just really focuses on the attitude of gratitude and being grateful and breath work before I even step my foot off the bed. And then when I step my foot off the bed, the next thing I do is I try to get my morning meditations done. And then once I do that, then I go, make coffee or tea and get the children up for school and listen to my mantras while I'm doing all of that. So if your phone is a tool that helps you reorganize your life into a better practice, then by all means, it's a positive tool. But if your phone is your anchor and weighs you down and keeps you from being your best self, achieving your best self, starting off your day on the best foot, then you might want to rethink where and how you utilize your phone. And let's be honest, most of us are attached to this. This is like a ball and chain. It's worse than a relationship, right? It's needy. It's always calling you. It's always tasking you. And it's just annoying. And someday it might give us cancer. I don't know. So avoiding electronic devices during social encounters. That's a huge one. So a huge turnoff for me is, have you ever been on a date with somebody and they're like this on their phone? If a person is always on their phone and not present, it's a huge turnoff for me. I don't like it. It's a personal thing that really just makes me feel like if you're not present, then you don't care about me. Why should I put forth any time for you? Yeah. And then use your electronic devices only when needed. So, and that's the other thing, so many things are on our phone that we all like try to, that anchors us, like video games or busy games, right? It's taking you away from your present life and who you are in your best self right now. So that is the My Soul Challenge for this week. Let's see how well I do. I'll let you know next week. And then let's go to our positive affirmations. Those of you who have been seeing my videos before, this is my positive affirmation toolkit. And let's see what the universe has for us, and we'll say that will help pep us up. I know and accept my true self. So one of the things about being our true selves is you got to be connecting with yourself. And one way I do that is through meditation, through just sitting and being alone with myself. So many of us are afraid of being with ourselves and trying to figure out who our true selves are. And I think that's where we're missing the boat of how amazing we are and self-empowered that we are and divine that we are. And I think that if we can just disconnect, stop watching all those TV shows and stop being on our phone all the time or the computer, and we can be more present for each other, we would find that our relationships are much more fulfilling. Our feelings about ourselves is much more fulfilling. I think we'll find true joy in what we're doing in life each and every day. And we find more meaning in life each and every day. And I know this last year has been super scary for a lot of people because we have had to be, by ourselves a lot. And that's super scary for lots of people because many people filled their lives up by interacting with other people. And so when you have such an event as we've had this last year, where so many of us are confined to our own personal space, it can be really scary to be with yourself. And I'll be honest, it's been awesome. And I'm a social person. Most people that know me know I am a social butterfly. I love to talk to people. I love to be around people. I love to do things. I like to interact. I like large groups. I like small groups. I really don't have any issues with other people. What I had issue with is what a lot of us have issue with, getting to know myself, being with myself, being comfortable in my own skin, being happy with who I am. And I've made a ton of changes this last year. I quit smoking. That was a huge one for me. That was one of my vices, you guys. Huge vice. And it feels super good to say that I have been, I think now it's a year and 2 months. So 14 months without a cigarette. And that's awesome. Like, I feel amazing. I decided to go vegetarian, mostly. I eat fish like once a week, but I stopped eating meat. And my life has just been like so much better since I stopped eating meat. I feel better. I feel happier. I feel much better in my digestive tract. And that was something I didn't think I could possibly do, I spent a lot more time reading and finding empowering topics. One of the mindfulness exercises. I love this book, and I just want to share it with you. It's called Shortcuts to Mindfulness. And it's by Auman. She actually wrote a tantric, is it a tantric relationships or tantric love? Oh, I have to find it somewhere. And that's actually how I ended up finding her. And then, of course, by finding that one book, I found other books. And she is I think she's a licensed therapist. And here it is again. And this is a great book, super funny read. And they're all short stories. They're like, literally one pagers. Like, how can you feel sexy when you're all stressed out? That's a tough one, right? Because none of us feel sexy when we're all stressed out. 7 principles for making relationships work. What's your love language? 6 ways to help a woman get in the mood. Guys need to figure that one out. A lot of guys do. And it's not, hey, baby, get over here. Anyway, thanks for joining me this week as I went through the My Soul Challenge. I just want to tell you, I super appreciate you guys joining me. You guys are divine beings. And I hope that you found something of value in my video this week. Please like, subscribe, join. Every week I try to put out something and share a little bit about not only my own personal soul journey, but something I learned, something that has enhanced my life. Again, don't forget the positive affirmation. I know and accept my true self. And I'll be honest with you, when you know and accept your true self, nothing in this world will matter. It will all matter, but in a different way. And it will open up a lens to this world that you've never seen before. Work on yourself, right? Mind your own beeswax. And you can make honey. Thank you so much, Divine Nation. I appreciate you, Divine Tribe, for joining me each and every week. Please like, subscribe, and thanks for being here. Good night.